Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. I saw this story. I saw this story yesterday, and then I heard Shannon Sharp basically discuss it with Skip Bayless on what is that show called? Undisputed. And basically they was just talking about some accusations made by Horace Grant, concerning Michael Jordan. Now, this one I didn't know. So this one flew over my head. Look, I'm not talking about that Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson situation. I did a video about that years ago. So it's really no need for me to talk about that. So I did a video. I think I did two videos about how Michael Jordan didn't want no smoke with Mike Tyson. And the funny part about it was you had a couple of people, a couple of idiots that came on there talking about, man, I don't know. I think MJ would have got with Mike. Man, if you niggas don't shut y'all asses up, Mike Tyson would have broke one of Michael Jordan's ribs, you know. And from what people said when Michael Jordan was in the restaurant, they said that he did not want no parts of Mike Tyson. So, you know, they said Mike Dick had tried to act like he wanted smoke, but he just gave him that mean white look. He probably, did what he supposed to did, just walked out of the restaurant and called him the N-word, you know. Just because white people hang around black people and eat dinner with them don't mean they don't call them the N-word and respect them. They do it for stature. But nevertheless, let's get back to this Michael Jordan, Horace Grant thing. I kind of was down laughing because, his name is Horace, but he tell people to call him Ho. So, so technically, his nickname coincides with this video because Michael Jordan was trying to treat him like a hoe. So maybe that's why his nickname is Ho Grant. But oh man, he set himself up for that one. He should have said he called Shannon Sharp and say, Shannon, what's up? This Ho Grant. But oh man, I done started it now. Now everybody gonna be called the Horace Grant, Ho Grant. But shout out to Black Fight fan, Ho. But anyway, let's talk about Horace Grant and Michael Jordan. Now, I'm gonna say allegedly, and I'm gonna say if this is true, because I want to say allegedly. I want to be fair to MJ. I want to be fair to MJ, but allegedly, Ho Grant. Hey, that's his nickname. Hey, that's what he called himself. Don't get mad at me. He called himself Ho Grant. So, you know. But anyway, Ho basically said that Michael Jordan on the team airplane allegedly told stewardess don't feed him because he had a bad game. This is claims that is made by Horace Grant. They said that he told Shannon Sharp some even worse stuff about Michael Jordan, and from what I heard, that they have something worked out when able they're able to go back to the studio, that Horace Grant will possibly make an appearance and he will reveal more things about what happened with his experience with the Chicago Bulls. But yeah, he's claiming that Michael Jordan was trying to keep him from eating. He said it got to the point to where he's had to say, "Hey, F you, Mike." Now, I'm going to say this and I'm going to be fair to MJ. If MJ in fact did do that, where he basically tried to stop a man from eating, that is extremely crossing the line and that is flat out bullying. Now, we all know that he didn't come at Bill Cartwright the way he came at some of his teammates, because they said allegedly he tried to come at Bill Cartwright sideways, and Bill Cartwright, they said he got up in Michael Jordan's face and he told Michael Jordan he had beat the shit out of him. And Horace Grant said that he almost stretched Michael Jordan on a couple occasions. Now I know people gonna come on here caping for MJ, saying, "Hey, well, Mike just wanted to win. He was pat." Look, man, there are guidelines to everything, so I'm not trying to hear that shit. Not trying to hear that. There are guidelines. There is a cutoff period for everything. No matter how much people want to pretend that there's no guidelines or cutoff period, just like that horrific freestyle contest that I heard about that I do not want to hear, because from what people said they rapped about in the freestyle contest, or whatever, that's that was a little too personal, and that was crossing the line. Because when people say they ain't no rules in freestyling, they are rules. They are rules. You don't talk about a man's wife. You don't talk about a man's family. And you talked about light skin and sexual assaulting somebody's daughter and all that kind of shit. Nah. And for the idiots that would try to insinuate and say that something like that is condoned and that is cool, you a damn lie and you a bitch. Okay? But let's get back to Horace Grant. I wouldn't have been able to play with Michael Jordan, because if Michael Jordan had tried to pull that shit with me, talking about that I can't eat and all that, and telling the stewardess not to feed me, which they cannot do. They cannot deny that man a meal, and for Michael Jordan to even suggest that they don't feed him, Michael Jordan pretty much needed his ass whooped, and I probably would have stole off of Michael Jordan. I wouldn't have did it on the plane, but when we touch ground, before we got on the team bus, or however way we was transported to our cars and to, you know what I'm saying, to get back to the facility and stuff, and or go home or whatever the case may be, I would have stole off of Michael Jordan. I'm talking about maybe as soon as we got off the plane. I probably would have tested Michael Jordan's chin tremendously. If it would have got broke, then whatever. Too bad. Cause nobody would have did that to me. Nobody would have pulled no shit like that with me. Okay, you lose the game. Okay, you regroup. But you trying to treat somebody like a kid and like they your slave or something. Yeah, Mike was crossing the line. If he did that. Okay. Now they said also he didn't try that shit with Charles Oakley. You know, we know Charles Oakley was a tough guy, but at the end of the day, there's always somebody that's equally tough. Like I said, if I played professional sports, nobody would have bullied me. I don't care if I would have played in the NFL, nobody would have bullied me in the NFL. Nobody, that haze of shit wouldn't have went for it. And definitely no white boy like Richie Incognito would have been walking up to me calling me a nigga and not get hit in his face with a helmet. So, because some other coons on the team call themselves quote unquote making him an honorary brother, so that mean we give you permission to say that. Oh my god. Man, these dudes that play professional sports, man, they just out there. But yeah, this shit with Horace Grant, that's, man, that is something else. If Michael Jordan did that. And of course, Skip Bayless came to Michael Jordan's rescue, as he always does, because he's the biggest Michael Jordan apologist on planet Earth, trying to basically explain and break this down. Because, like I said, there's going to be some people that think that's extraordinary. Ain't nothing extraordinary about pulling that type of shit with your teammates. That is just crossing the line. That is overdoing it. That's what we call in the hood doing too much. That's, as Charlie Murphy would call, being a habitual line crosser. That's habitual line crossing. Telling people don't feed you. But yeah, this is the plot thickens. You know what I'm saying, with this documentary. Like I said, I'd already heard some things about Michael Jordan's personality, because like I said, we know about the chameleonaire incident. And if you don't know what happened with Michael Jordan and chameleonaire, allegedly, it's on YouTube. So I recommend you go watch it. But um, yeah, Michael Jordan was out of pocket. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.